So this is the FSM for the line tracker. So here we have the 8 sensors on the line tracker, and these are incorporated into groups of 2, assuming that 2 at any time will hit the black line using AND gates. Then they go into sets of OR gates. There's 3 of them to determine which direction the car will want to move. The LED 1 and 2 are the furthest on the left of the car, so that'll want to move the car right. The 3 in the middle are obviously in the middle, so you'll want to keep going straight. And then LED 7 and 8, those are the furthest on the right side of the car, so this OR gate is to move the car to the left. We then have 2 states. State 0 here is for normal operation, and then state 1 is for when the car is at the intersection. This then goes into 2 substates down below. This is state 1 prime or 1-1, and that is for the first time the car hits the line. That's when the car is going to need to move left. And then we have state 1-2, and that is for the second time the car hits the intersection, and that's when the car wants to move straight. We then have a series of AND and OR gates at the end of the FSM, and that is to determine which outputs need to turn on. So we have the right motor direction, left motor direction, right motor power, and left motor power. So now we're going to start the simulation. So the simulation starts. Let's assume that the car is in the center of the line. So we're in state 0, and all the motors in the directions are on, so the car will continue going straight. And then if the car starts drifting off course and it starts moving to the right, then it'll stay in state 1, but the left motor direction and the left motor power will go on, so the car will turn back to the right. And then if we have these LEDs on the far right go on, then the right motor power will go on and the right motor will go forwards, so then the car will turn back to the left. Now, the first time the car hits the intersection, all the sensors will go off, and as this happens, the car will move into the substate below, which will cause the right motor to go on and the power of the right motor to go on, which will turn the car to the left. Okay, now as the clock continues, and then it goes back to normal operations as soon as the car has passed the intersection. Now, once the car hits the intersection again, all the sensors will go off, and this time, since substate 1-2 is already at a 1 output, now all the motors will go on, so we'll continue straight.